welcome back to all my crypto maniacs out there. Today I'm gonna be doing an emergency video on Ethereum. Ethereum is right now breaking to the downside. However, there is a huge opportunity I want to talk to you about, and the opportunity is that we might be going down to retest our previous all-time high as support. If we do hold that level and see a bounce off of there, we could see another all-time high very soon for Ethereum, probably in the next week. So first of all, let's just look for some supports and resistances on the 4-hourly chart, and we are gonna start with horizontal lines. First of all, we do see a nice support somewhere right here. It was previous resistance, then it turned to support. We did broke it to the downside, and we are right now going lower. There is another support somewhere out here. I would draw a box, or let me just draw a box instead of the lines here. This is to show you what I'm looking at right now. It was something like this. Looking at this, let me just throw this one a bit lower. We can go all the way down to here. This would be our previous support and resistance. I am drawing a box because there is some support on this line, and there is a lot of support on this line. So we're gonna be drawing a box like so, and let's draw another box, which would be from somewhere around here all the way up to here. This would be our second support, which turned into resistance right now. We did saw a little bit of support here, but we broke through it with no precaution. So right now we did retest this wick as our previous high, as our current support. However, I do believe we could go a bit lower and see somewhere support in about somewhat this range here, like that. So this would be a fast, let's make another line here, because we did see that support from here, some support and resistances. So let's just throw on a Fibonacci extension, Fibonacci lines from our previous higher low, from where we broke and all the way up to our peak here, and let's see if there are any significant lines. Okay, let me just extend this so you can see the numbers clearly. Okay, so as you can see, we did form some resistance and support on the 0.236 Fibonacci extension, Fibonacci line. I do apologize, it's not an extension, it's Fibonacci line. And we did find some support at 0.382 Fibonacci line. Now we're finding some support at 0.5, so I wouldn't be surprised if we go all the way down and retest 0.618 Fibonacci line as a support, and I do believe this line is gonna hold. If this line holds and we do have somewhat of a AB equals CD correction, it would be something like this, and we would be looking at our $1,900 as a resistance. And if I'm not mistaken, this is exactly what we have here. From our breakout point to the top, it would align with this $1,900 level. This is quite significant because it does mean that these levels line up. But let's just check on the daily now. So again, if you do find some support here and bounce to the upside, we could see $1,900, $1,950 as our next resistance, which would be a great potential trade. If we do go long here, our stop limit would be somewhere around here. We would not go crazy on the stop limit. Let's just say about 3%. We're willing to risk 3% on this trade, and our trade potential will be at least to our previous high, which would be to 21%, all the way up would be about 34% bump to the upside. However, I would suggest taking some profits at each of these resistances. First would be at around 6% or just over 6%, which would be 60% on 10x leverage, all the way up to 8%. Our next target would be somewhere around 13%, all the way up to 14%. Then we would have our all-time high here at 21%, and of course our last target would be at 34% profit. This is one potential setup. Now let's look at another one. I'm gonna be turning to daily now, just to show you a bit more. And now if we extend this Fibonacci line all the way down from our previous low on the daily chart, extending all the way up to our current line. Let's just remove this. Now these little resistances wouldn't be much more of importance than they were before. We would have some little resistance around $1,722, and of course we still have small resistance here, but I'm not gonna be looking at this because it's not too significant. Let's just remove all of this and let's see what it does align with. So let me just switch this. I'm gonna be drawing it from the very top way to the bottom, so we can see our 1.618 Fibonacci extension to the upside. And right now we are going down to retest 0.618 Fibonacci line as a support. If we do get a nice support off of this line, which is also our previous all-time high, which everything aligns perfectly, we could easily have a nice AB equals CD correction. And again, this would be a proper AB equals CD correction, because AB equals CD correction is usually measured from our 618 Fibonacci extension or 382 Fibonacci extension if you're looking the other way around from the bottom to the top. However, it's the first Fibonacci mirror of the, these Fibonacci's are mirror of each other. 3.82, 0.382 and 0.618 Fibonacci extension are pure mirror of each other, but our AB equals CD correction would properly be set on the first one. And if we do put a line here from our 0.618 Fibonacci extension, which means will be AB equals CD, and we would be reaching our 1.618 Fibonacci extension at $2,300. Now this would be an incredible trade. If we are buying here, our stop limit would be again somewhere below here, below our previous support. We would be going all the way down to 3%. I would go below the I would put my stop limit below these bodies of the candles, because this could still wick all the way down here. So let's say we are gonna be risking a bit more, so I am gonna be putting my stop limit at 5.3%, and our take profit target would be all the way up here, which is 59% to the upside. This would be an incredible trade, even if you trade it on 5x, because you don't want to risk 50% of your position if you are trading on 10x leverage. So I would probably go with 5x at most, which would be around 2.5%. If you want to risk a bit more, I would put my line on this 0.5 Fibonacci extension, would be 35% on the 5x leverage, and your potential profit would be at almost 60%, which would be around 300% for this trade, which is a great risk to reward ratio. It's about 8.2 So it means your reward is potentially 8 times higher than your potential loss. Now hopefully we are gonna see this support hold and see a bounce off of it. If we do, I might do a trade here because it is a potentially huge trade and I don't want to miss something like this out. And I do believe that 2300, it's also, let's look at this one, would also be our, it would be our trade Fibonacci extension line here at 2370. Everything does align great and we are already hitting our previous resistance as support, which could mean that we already are going to be turning to the upside. However, I am going to be waiting and trying to catch this trade a little bit lower because I don't want to risk too much of my capital. But as you can see, everything does align, so hopefully we're going to see $2,300 Ethereum within the next week or so. It could take us even 2 weeks to reach this top, but within the next week we should see if this support is holding and if we are gonna go higher. One more thing on ADA, we were doing ADA support. To apologize. What are all this week? What is this? There are some lines here. Let me just open our. I think I removed it from my watch list. 80 USD, and I believe we were on Binance when we were making this. Were we? Oh yeah, okay, we do have all the supports here. In the previous video I believe we were somewhere around here when I did told you that if ADA Cardano breaks this level and we do see a nice daily close above it, as we did, we found it as support and we shoot all the way up to our first take profit targets at 65 cents with even wicked above. So we'll see if we find some resistance here. We could go all the way down to retest this level as support. If we do not and just consolidate or just break it and test this level as support, we should see Cardano go all the way up to $1.4, which is still a nice 112% from our current resistance. But for now we did manage to break to the upside, and Cardano actually went 68% to the upside, so this is great. We were talking about this in the TEA on demand video, but for XRP, like I said, I would put my money on the Cardano anytime before I do on the XRP. XRP is not doing so well. We did have another pump to the upside, as you can see. Okay, we did have one more pump. Let me just check it. I believe I was on XRP USD. I do have some lines dropped here. Was it on Bitstamp or Bitmax? I don't know. Let's open both. Let's see, do we have any lines here? No, we don't have any lines on XRP because XRP is shit if you ask me. Let's just jump back to our previous. Where is it? Okay, we were talking about XRP. It did have this nice pump. This was our potential trade. We did form this nice symmetrical triangle. We broke it and went all the way up to test our previous high as resistance at 77 cents, 75 cents, 75 cents. But we are right now all the way back to 40 cents. Again, I don't like XRP. Anytime that it pumps, it just dumps all the way back. Unlike ADA, if you're looking at ADA, you did pump to the upside, we hold this level, and then we pump to the upside again. So I wouldn't be surprised to see ADA Cardano consolidate around this resistance again, and then eventually breaking to the upside all the way up to $1.4. This is gonna be it for today. Again, watch Ethereum because Ethereum is right now in a potential huge breakout point. It is breaking its all-time high. It formed quite significant all-time high from our previous all-time highs. Went all the way up to $1,770, which is 24% gain. We did trade this to the upside. I did put trade signals in my group, and we did make a nice profits on this pump, and hopefully we're gonna make even more profits if we do go down and retest this level as support. I just want to remind you, I'm not a financial advisor, and anything I say and doing these videos is for entertainment purposes only. So please be smart and do your own research before you put any of your hard-earned money into these volatile markets. But if you do your own research and you do find out that this would be a great potential trade, I would suggest you go for it and see what happens. If you do like my content, please destroy the like button, click subscribe and notification button to be notified as soon as I post my next video. But until next time, see you guys later.